Well, the wedding is off. Elon Musk has outright rejected Twitter's offer to join their board. This is huge news and foreshadows something big. Very big. It's also super embarrassing for Twitter. This is kind of like sending out wedding invites and then announcing you're breaking up and the wedding's off a few days later. In this video, I'll discuss what we already know, engage in some rampant speculation about what might have taken place behind the scenes, and discuss what I think's next. If you take one thing away from today's video, it's this: something big is brewing. So let's get into it. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoy these videos, there's a bunch of ways you can support the channel, access exclusive content and perks. Check out the links in the pinned comment below. If you want to take it to the next level, join thousands of members on Patreon to gain exclusive access to over 100 Q&A videos, loads of exclusive content, exclusive access to my up-to-date 10-year Tesla stock price targets, and even access my Tesla valuation model at the investor support level and above. You can also pick up some Tesla, Elon, and investment theme merch in the merch store, so check out the links in the pinned comment below, and thanks for your support. April 5th, 2022, the CEO of Twitter writes this, quote, "I'm excited to share that we're appointing Elon Musk to our board. Through conversations with Elon in recent weeks, it became clear to us that he would bring great value to our board." So far, so good. Given the accurate claim that Elon Musk would bring great value to the board of Twitter, you might think, given the great value that he would bring to the board, that you'd try and do your best to get him on the board. Seems reasonable, right? Parag replying to his own tweet, quote, "He's both a passionate believer and an intense critic of the service, which is exactly what we need on Twitter and in the boardroom to make us stronger in the long term. Welcome, Elon." So let's dissect this. Parag going on to say that Elon Musk is exactly what we need on Twitter and in the boardroom. Very positive so far. Elon Musk adding his 2 cents, quote, "Looking forward to working with Parag and Twitter board to make significant improvements to Twitter in the coming months." And that was April 5th. This was yesterday. Another tweet from Parag, quote, "Elon has decided not to join our board. I sent a brief note to the company, sharing with you all here. This is really juicy. Team, Elon Musk has decided not to join our board. Here's what I can share about what happened." This sounds like legalese here. "Here's what I can share about the drama that unfolded behind the scenes." Of course, pure speculation on my part. Let's read on. Pay very close attention to the terminology and wording that's used here. "The board and I had many discussions about Elon joining the board and with Elon directly. We were excited to collaborate and clear about the risks." I wonder what those risks were. I don't know, like Twitter losing like half of their entire workforce because of the butthurt brigade, the snowflakes, the professional victims out there who for some reason have a problem with Elon Musk and free speech. It's certainly possible that this discussion, the announcement that Elon would join the board, caused so much butthurt, so many snowflakes to melt, that Twitter realized their entire company would collapse. They couldn't afford to lose such a large portion of their workforce and decided to pussy out. Of course, I don't know, but just putting some ideas out there. "We also believe that having Elon as a fiduciary of the company, where he, like all board members, has to act in the best interest of the company and all our shareholders, was the best path forward. The board offered him a seat." Now, hold up a second here. It's almost sounding to me, given the term fiduciary is used, and he, like all board members, has to act in the best interest of the company and all our shareholders, almost sounds like some major restrictions were imposed upon Elon Musk. Could be wrong, but I can tell you for sure, Elon and I both respond to artificial, unnecessary, and unreasonable constraints in the same manner. Double bird. "We announced on Tuesday that Elon would be appointed to the board contingent on a background check." Yeah, that's right. I mean, Elon Musk, who knows this guy? There's definitely probably some skeletons in the closet there. It's not like one of the world's most well-known, influential, and public figures of all time. So good job there, Twitter. Make sure you check that background. You might find something that nobody else has yet discovered. Contingent on a background check and formal acceptance, which obviously hasn't happened. The formal acceptance, Elon's rejected the offer. Elon's appointment to the board was to become official effective 4/9, but Elon shared that same morning that he will no longer be joining the board. "I believe this is for the best." Now hold the fuck up. Wait a fucking second. What? Hang on a second. Let's go back a second. Wait. What's going on here? "I'm excited to share that we're appointing Elon Musk to our board. Blah, 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 blah. It became clear that he would bring great value to our board. He's exactly what we need on Twitter and in the boardroom to make us stronger in the long term." Next minute, Elon not joining the board is the right decision. So what happened? Why suddenly, after having some discussions, is it no longer the best decision or in Twitter's best interest for Elon to join the board? We're going to talk a lot more about this in just a moment. We have and always will value input from our shareholders, whether they are on the board or not. Elon is our biggest shareholder and we will remain open to his input. Gets even better. There will be distractions ahead. Stop. What? There will be distractions ahead. Now, Could this be a generic statement from Parag, running a big company, there's always distractions, or does the CEO of Twitter know something that we don't? Like the fact that maybe Elon's planning on acquiring a controlling stake and getting Parag the fuck out of the company, getting rid of all the snowflakes, exercising the woke mind virus from all employees, or offering them to get the fuck out of the company, much like Brian Armstrong of Coinbase did, and trying to improve the company. Now again, I have no evidence, but if we speculate a little bit here, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. What did Parag mean by there will be distractions ahead? Is he talking about generic stuff, or is this specifically relating to Elon Musk, his stake in Twitter, free speech, and so on? Let me know in the comments below. But our goals and priorities remain unchanged. Pushing the woke agenda, censoring information that we don't like. Oh, sorry guys, I misread those. Sorry, I make mistakes sometimes. I'm only human. Our goals and priorities remain unchanged. The decisions we make and how we execute is in our hands, no one else's. This is interesting. I'm getting a feeling that a lot of snowflakes within Twitter freaked the fuck out, started crying in the corner and asking for their daddy to hold them. I'm just kidding. They probably didn't have a daddy. Probably shouldn't have said that, but it's also probably true. Think about this. It's almost like Parag here is reassuring and consoling the babies. It's okay. Big bad Elon isn't going to make every decision for Twitter. It's okay. Relax. It's okay. Let's tune out the noise and stay focused on the work and what we're building. Yeah, something's going on here. This last paragraph is very telling. There will be distractions ahead, but our goals and priorities remain unchanged. Blah, 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 blah. We need to stay focused. Tune out the noise. Something's happening. Something very big just around the corner. Count on it. Great article here on Financial Times. Quote, Elon Musk decides against joining Twitter board. Tesla chief says he may instead engage in discussions with board members. Elon Musk has confirmed that he will not join Twitter's board, although he said he might engage in discussions with directors without limitation, opening the door for future involvement in the company's strategy. The Tesla chief executive, who became the social media company's largest shareholder after acquiring a 9.2% stake, said in an amended regulatory filing on Monday that he might discuss the business, mergers, capital structure, and governance with its board or management team in the future. The filing also stipulated that Musk could express his views on Twitter's products and services to the board, management, or the public through social media or other channels. In other words, the filing also stipulated that Musk is allowed to engage in, wait for it, free speech. Late on Sunday, Parag, Twitter's CEO, said in a tweet that Musk was meant to have been officially appointed to the board on Saturday, but had then shared the same morning that he will no longer be joining. He gave no further details, but said the company would, quote, remain open to Musk's input, adding, I believe this is for the best. The dramatic reversal, by the way, pretty accurate description, ends a previous standstill agreement that stated that while Musk was on the board, he would have been limited to holding a maximum 14.9% of Twitter's stock. In other words, Twitter wanted to impose a limitation on Elon Musk. If you get a seat on the board, you can't buy enough stock to control the board. Is this why Elon Musk refused to join Twitter's board? We'll talk more about this in a moment. Volte-face? What the fuck? I'm assuming that's like a reversal of... I've never heard of this. What even is this? If you say that somebody's behavior is a volte-face, you mean that they have changed their opinion or decision completely. So that is the opposite of what it was before. Fair point. I've literally never heard of this before. Am I an idiot? I mean, I probably am an idiot, but should I know this? Anyway, that's how you learn new words. When you find something you've never seen, look it up. The volte-face comes after the billionaire, a prolific Twitter user with more than 81 million followers. By the way, just think about that for a moment. That's like 3 Australias. Criticised and mocked the platform over the weekend. He called for several product changes in a series of tweets that appear to have been deleted since the news was announced. How curious. It's not that often that Elon Musk will delete a tweet. What's more, difficult to understand why these tweets have been deleted. Did Elon Musk voluntarily choose to self-censor? Did Elon think, oh, well, since I'm not joining the board, it's not appropriate for me to be asking the public about changes they might like to see on Twitter, I better delete those? Or did Twitter put immense pressure on Elon Musk? Hey Elon, you're freaking out all the snowflakes in our company. They think that you think you run the show. They're getting scared. Some of them have even wet their panties. Please stop that, Elon. You're scaring our snowflakes. I don't know what went on here, but it's a little bit strange. Did Twitter just censor Elon Musk, or worse? Did they tell Elon, hey, you can join our board, but you can't be posting shit like this on Twitter, in essence stifling his ability to speak freely? In one now deleted tweet, Musk proposed an authentication checkmark for premium subscribers. In another, also deleted, he posted a poll asking if the company's San Francisco headquarters should be converted into a homeless shelter since no one shows up anyway. After the announcement that he had turned down the board offer, Musk had posted an emoji of a face with its hands over its mouth, which is often interpreted as a smirking expression. This too has been deleted. Musk did not respond immediately to a request for comment. There is another possibility. Maybe the SEC started breathing down Elon's neck regarding these tweets. I don't know, again, pure speculation. But it's unlike Elon to delete a tweet. I mean, bro, the funding secured tweet, the one that cost Elon and Tesla a combined $40 million, is still public. One tweet in which Musk wrote, quote, "Is Twitter dying?" and pointed out that some of its most followed celebrity accounts rarely post any content remained on the platform. On Monday, he also liked a tweet that said he became the largest shareholder for free speech but, quote, was told to play nice and not speak freely. As I said earlier in this video, I know exactly how Elon feels when somebody attempts to unreasonably impose their will on mine and limit my ability to express my thoughts, opinions, and ideas. I don't comply. I'm not a little bitch. I don't need nor want the approval of anyone. This is the most telling point of data that we have. The article continues. Twitter shares initially fell in pre-market trade, but recouped their losses to rise 1.7% on Monday. Interesting. Twitter up, knowing that Elon Musk is going to have less involvement. As I said, the bell curve is real. I mean, the guy's got the biggest fucking brain on the planet in terms of ability to conceive ideas, monetize businesses, make stuff better, and absolutely dominate. Yet Twitter's stock, the stock market, happy now that Elon Musk won't be joining the board. Paradoxically, quote, news of the entrepreneur's Twitter stake and board appointment were greeted enthusiastically by investors. The shares jumped nearly 30% on April 4th when a filing at the Suck Elon's cock revealed that Musk had acquired a passive stake. They rose close to 10% in the pre-market trading the following day when it was revealed that he would be joining the board. I don't know for sure, and I really want to be clear here, I'm not giving anyone advice. I have absolutely no idea what will happen, but if Twitter stock moved approximately 40% on the news that Elon Musk had bought a huge stake and then would be joining the board. Now it turns out that he's not joining the board, and we don't know what's happening with his stake. Is it possible Twitter stock may come back considerably from where it is now? Just asking the question. Only time will tell. Musk later refiled the disclosure of his stake to show his status as an active investor. Time now for some wild, rampant speculation about both what happened and, more importantly, what's about to happen. First up, some speculation about what might have taken place. I personally think better than 50% chance the word Trump came up when Elon, Parag, Twitter and the board were discussing Elon's acquisition and offering Elon a board seat. I personally believe that Elon Musk might have said, hey guys, you know how you fucking idiots banned a sitting president of the United States? Oh, and you did so in collusion with Facebook, simultaneously banning the same guy, Orange Man Bad, from both of your platforms at the same time. That was kind of bad. We shouldn't do that. He needs to come back. That's going to be a great signal to people that we're serious about free speech. Next minute, half of Twitter, maybe 2/3, maybe 3/4, maybe 80% of the company just start flipping the fuck out, losing their mind. Orange Man Bad. Remember that tweet when he told everybody you have to go to the Capitol building and kill everybody that's there? You have to murder them. Please murder them. Because he was inciting violence, and that's literally what he said. He said, please go kill some people. Except he didn't, but that's why they kicked him off the platform in collusion with Facebook. Once again, I need to remind you, same time, sitting president of the United States. I've got a funny feeling, for those of you that don't know, big tech, including social media, skews heavily towards one side of the political spectrum, Democrats. I don't know the exact numbers here, but Hollywood, the mainstream media, and big tech all face the same incredible left-leaning bias. My hypothesis here is that there's better than even odds that the woke snowflakes within Twitter, which comprises more than half of the entire company, got their panties in a twist as soon as they heard about Elon Musk and basically started rioting. Obviously not literally, but you understand what I mean. Kicking up a huge stink, talking about protests, walkouts, resigning, blah, 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 blah. This, of course, results in the spineless Twitter executives pushing back against Elon Musk. Insane amounts of outrage, the usual bullshit. Apple display the same corporate cowardice. Now, for those of you who don't know, I'm not going to go down this rabbit hole, but if 3 people at Apple start crying about some supposed injustice, the company will bend over backwards to solve this horrible, terrible injustice. Disney, same shit. That's right, big tech's f***, Disney's f***, Apple's f***, they're all f***. Woke mind virus has taken over these companies. It's also possible that some of the butthurt brigade at Twitter got rather irritated by Elon Musk asking questions of the public relating to features in Twitter, or thinking out loud about some changes he might like to make. Possible that Twitter said, hey Elon, no, that free speech thing, expressing your thoughts and asking questions, you can't do that, mate, especially not if you're joining our board. There'll be trouble, don't do it. And Elon Musk said, oh, really? So you're attempting to stifle my ability to speak freely again. What do I do? What's my response to that? Oh yeah, the double bird. Go fuck yourself. No longer joining the board. Get fucked. Given the fact that these tweets are all now deleted, it's definitely something to consider. And now some speculation about what might happen next. First, Elon sells his entire stake in Twitter. Maybe, probably goes and builds a competitor. I'm giving this a fairly low probability, maybe 10-20%, somewhere around that range. It's also possible that Elon Musk retains his 9.2% ownership stake and continues to share some thoughts and ideas with the Twitter board, as they've publicly claimed he will continue to do. I'm giving this pretty low odds. Another possible outcome, which I'm giving about an 80% probability, is that Elon Musk is going to increase his stake. Now that he's no longer joining the board, he's not limited to how much of a stake in Twitter he can acquire. Guess what? He has enough money from the sale of Tesla stock recently that he could, in theory, acquire a controlling stake. I think this is the most likely outcome. This is probably the most likely explanation for why Parag was using terminology in that letter, that note, that email to Twitter employees about ignoring the noise and there'll be lots of distractions and blah, blah, blah. Were I in Elon's shoes and Twitter had attempted to stifle for my ability to speak freely, and or enough woke snowflakes got triggered that they were trying to push back, and the cowards at Twitter decided to appease the mob. Given how important upholding the principle of free speech is, if this did play out and I was Elon, I would have immediately called my broker and said, bro, buy me more Twitter, let's fucking go. I expect within the next few days we'll probably see another form filed showing that Elon Musk has enormously increased his stake in Twitter. Could be wrong, but I think this is the most likely outcome. This is also the best outcome, at least if you too value free speech. There is one other option as well, given this very low probability, but you never know. I mean, he could do it. It's possible that Elon just buys the whole company over time. He doesn't need to do this to control the company, but Elon's going to be a trillionaire within a few years. What's $40 billion? Seriously, it's nothing. It's a speck. It's a few percent of his entire net worth. In order to ensure that we have free speech, that the town square is able to be maintained in this new online social media world, I wouldn't put it past him. Of course, this is all pure speculation, but at this point in time, we don't have a huge amount of transparency about what transpired, so it's the best I can do. I'd love to know in the comments below, what do you guys and girls think Elon's next moves are? Will he sell his Twitter stake? Will he maintain his Twitter stake? Will he launch a competitor? Will he increase his stake and try to control the company? Or will he go absolutely bananas and just buy the whole thing? In closing, I just want to point out what incredibly positive news this is for somebody who thinks free speech is, well, fundamental. Elon's like a dog with a bone. He's not going to let this one go. It matters far too much. This suggests to me that the most likely outcome, Parag is probably currently shitting his pants after all, given comments from the past. Parag, not a big fan of free speech. Were I in his shoes, I may even have sent that note out to Twitter employees knowing full well that Elon's going to shit can me the moment he can after acquiring a controlling stake. It seems likely that one way or another, many of the petulant, emotionally infantile, virtue-signaling professional victims, the woke mob, cancel clowns, the communists, and those who would rather bitch-slap somebody or cancel them than have a discussion, I believe that, on the whole, at least within Twitter, their days are numbered. And this is absolutely fantastic news for those who genuinely believe that people should be able to share their thoughts, opinions, ideas, and beliefs and wait for it. I know this is a crazy idea, but engage in discussion and debate rather than just cancelling somebody. As I said in the introduction, the one takeaway from this video is quite simple. Something big is brewing regarding Elon Musk, Twitter, and free speech. Watch this space. And speaking of free speech and a severe lack thereof on the current platform you're watching this video, YouTube, hi YouTube, to the manual reviewer, the person that watches all my videos to make sure I didn't say something I'm not allowed to say. I didn't say anything naughty, don't worry, because I say those things instead over on Patreon. Check out the card in the corner or the link at the pinned comment. I do regular Q&As over there, every topic you can imagine, including a lot of stuff that will get me cancelled if I share my opinions and thoughts and beliefs here on YouTube. I'm not even kidding, I wish I was. On Patreon, you'll also gain instant access to my up-to-date Tesla stock price targets, plus loads of other content and perks. So, I'll see you over there, unless you're too scared to hear what I really think. I'm Stephen Mark Ryan, this is Solving the Money Problem, and I love you all. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoy these videos, there's a bunch of ways you can support the channel, access exclusive content and perks, and get some free stocks and crypto. Check out the links in the pinned comment below. You can also pick up some Tesla, Elon, and investment themed merch in the merch store. If you want to take it to the next level, join thousands of members on Patreon to gain exclusive access to over 100 Q&A videos, loads of exclusive content, exclusive access to my up-to-date 10-year Tesla stock price targets, and even access my Tesla valuation model at the investor support level and above. So check out the links in the pinned comment below, and thanks for your support. And if you're still watching, you're awesome. I read every single comment on this channel and I really appreciate your feedback. So if you've got any thoughts on today's video, questions, comments, or suggestions for a new video, let me know in the comments below. Check the cards on screen now to browse the merch store, join Patreon, or watch the next video.